Hi guys, welcome to the TTB show, and this is the Big Daddy Scouting 101. My name is Rose and I'm going to be your host for today, and I'm not riding solo, I'm riding with the Big Daddy himself. But before we get to that, please check out our first episode that we also did, which is the first episode that we did. We actually scouted someone also from the same province that we're going to be scouting tonight. So how are you, Brasman?
I'm all good, Sissy, and welcome to Big Daddy Scouting 101, second episode. Thank you for honoring the invite, sisters.
Let's get into it. Today we're focusing on profiling one of the most underrated strikers, in my own opinion, in the league. I think he's coming up very, very well. He's definitely raising up his hands. And we're going to be actually focusing on the big three teams that I feel like they should look at for this player. And more specifically, the team that is most loved in South Africa, which is Kaizer Chiefs. We're going to be profiling a striker. His name is Wonderboy Makhubu, and he currently plays for Magesi. Just tell us about what's your take on the player?
Asiqale la, Rose, maybe also we share the same surname, ne? Asim profile it because we share in the same surname. Sim profile because he's good. Out of the three teams, Rose, in this entire PSL, especially the big three, the only club that requires a striker right now, desperately, in my own view, is Kaizer Chiefs. So this is a message to Kaizer Chiefs to say if they are looking for a striker, they don't need to look any further, and they just need to look on the other side, which is called Magesi FC, right? Because here's the problem, Rose, in my own view, as Kaizer Chiefs has created so many chances, in the league. If you look at the numbers, I think they are number one currently with the big chances created. They've created 37. They are also number one in terms of chances missed. and obviously that says to me you need a prolific striker for you. But let's go back and look at it. For me, it goes back to 2011 and 2012, where Siyabonga Nemvete scored 20 goals. That was the last time any striker in the PSL scored 20 goals. After that, we have not had any for 12 full years. We don't have such. So what does that say? It says the PSL currently, we all know, that we are lacking, or even we're not producing enough top quality strikers. For me, I always say, Rose, that strikers are a scarce commodity in this instance. So when I see somebody that is a source of goals, that can easily take chances, I'm saying to myself, in a small club with less quality, and if it comes to Chiefs, it's going to play against, obviously play with top quality, and it's going to basically get his service at rent. And I'm saying to them, they must look none other than Wonderboy Makhubu, who is an old-fashioned number 9, and he was just number 41 at Magesi.
That's very much interesting. I can see what you are sort of related to him, the way you're speaking with a confidence. But anyway, I actually saw your technical report of him. So do you mind sharing, like, with our viewers, any basic player details of Umakhu?
I think I've said in the previous episode, a player when he's 20 years old in South Africa, for me, that is the right age where they get matured. I think they mature late. And for me, right now, at 28 years old, he's at an age where he goes to a big team. He will understand really the demands and the pressure that comes with playing for this team. So it's the right age to join these big teams. And if you look recently, all the big teams now are signing players at that age. Mugabo Diano, in this instance, so that shows. But Kakulu for me, Rose, maybe his biggest weapon for me, it is height. Hi, bro. ICC is a big boy. He is a big boy, and he used that to his advantage in this instance. By the way, just maybe another thing that we need to mention is that he's currently on loan from Sekhukhune. He's not necessarily a Magesi player, sis.
Okay, that's very much interesting. So it means that maybe that's why he's performing so well, but he's trying to raise his hand to say to his previous team or to anyone, because I can see he scored against the big clubs this season. But can you please kindly just break down, the profile in detail and highlight areas that caught your attention?
Sizokuhlanganisa nje ukuze ukuthi we make our video, a little bit shorter. So buka tactically, sibuke technically, bese sibuka physically. Because I think that is trend. First of all, I've said, he's tall, by the way. He's 1.9. He's a big boy. He's physical. He's well built. But he's an old-fashioned number 9. But I will tell you most of the things that I love about him. First of all, is his aerial dominance. He wins most of the duels when the ball is in the air, right? Also, he bullies any center back in the PSL. abahambe bayobuza uSesane, eOrlando Stadium womthatha la, esenta wayongena naye inside the field. Just recently he bullied Khoza, he bullied Kekana. He's a menace, Ciceros, and he's difficult to defend against. But for me, again, he's very lethal, especially in winning headers. If you look at the goals that he's scoring from corners, from crosses, from set pieces, we all know especially in Champions League, that is the type of a striker that you need because you are playing against other peoples in Africa. Again, he also assists the team defensively, especially on standard situations where he's able. But one element, Rose, I'm telling everybody they need to watch him. There's no PSL player right now who wears the hold-up game. And just like Wonderboy. For me, his hold-up game is just second to none. Currently, there isn't any PSL player that matches him in that regard. What does that assist with the team? If it's Funai outlet on transition, that's where we are able to especially teams that looks to dominate on the second attack. This is where he normally comes in. For me, if you want to dominate in football, you have to dominate in all phases. And Makhubu gives you that in all phases. But for me also, as much as big as he is, but he makes intelligent runs, especially in the channels. For me, Rose, I'm going to say it, I personally think that Wonderboy Makhubu, he's the most complete striker in the PSL in terms of profile. And if he can get quality around him and get quality supply, I think he can score a hell lot of goals.
No, that's true. And you know what? As we're saying, as a country, we need those strikers. Like we don't produce the best strikers in the country. And if you've got someone that is still as young as Makhubu and is definitely raising his hands, I definitely agree with you. Now, moving on. You know what? Profile must equate to output. BigDaddy. Strikers. Let's talk about the numbers. Let's hear how he performed last season. I can say we can see this season that he's doing very well against the big teams. But let's talk numbers. How many goals are we talking about?
First of all, personally, I think modern football is moving away from having a striker since his number one job is to score goals. Also, a striker now needs to be involved in other aspects of the game. One of those is defending from top. I'm talking about a striker that can press aggressively, because I honestly believe that defending starts from top. Attack starts from the goalkeeper. Also you need a striker that is going to drop out of possession, to be able to add numbers into midfield. You also need a striker that will defend set pieces. And for me, this is what it is. But I'm going to maybe mention just two in terms of his qualitative data, especially the past 2 seasons. In the NFD, he scored 6 goals. He scored 11 goals and he had 1 assist. And for me, that is a decent output for a South African striker. And currently in the PSL, with 12 games played, he has scored 1 goal and 1 assist. And if you look at the goals that has been scored by Magesi, he has been involved in 80% of them. He participated in 80% of them, Rose.
Okay, true. You know what? I've been watching him as well. What I like about him is the speed. We've got a striker that is fast. That's even an advantage because that's why maybe he's positioning himself very well. So I really, really hope that the teams are listening. I feel like they should watch out for this boy because I feel like even Magesi. I hope if there anyone that needs goals in the league, it's Magesi. They need to win games, and how do you win games? You must score goals. So no player is perfect. Even the best players in the world. I can name them, but I don't want to say anything. But what are his weak points according to you?
Look, Rose, there is a weakness that most strikers have. He also has it. I feel that he just needs to be more clinical and decisive in the box. And I also like strikers, probably in my own view. We don't have strikers basically that finish with the first touch. And I just feel that that's one aspect of his game that he needs to do. The other one is to add more goals. I want to see him scoring more than the 11 that he scored in the NFD. If he gets 12, it's better than last season. If he gets 2 assists in this season, he's better than last season. And that's for me. So I want his assist numbers to go up. But overall, Sister Rose, I just want to say, in my own view, even if at Orlando Pirates, he still can fit. Because for me, he's a profile. He's a profile in the sense that he can do what Mabasa does. He can do what Makhopa does. So basically, you are getting a 2-in-1 in that particular player. But what I'm going to say again, I'm going to repeat this thing. I will say it, that Wonderboy Makhubu is the most complete striker in terms of profile. There is just small thing that you need to improve on Sis Rose in this aspect.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. He's a very, very good player, and he's definitely raising up his hand. And I think everyone should watch out for him. It will be a shame if Magesi were to go down. But as you said, he's on loan. Maybe he might go back to Sekhukhune, or maybe he might even go to the teams that we've just mentioned. So good luck to him. And I just want to say to everyone, thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please comment below on what you think and anything that we've said. And don't forget to share our content. And man, thank you so much, Big Daddy. I will see you soon. Hopefully, I'll be back very, very soon too to join you guys on the show.
Thank you, Sis Rose.